Right.
None of that. So what were the results of that? He walked over with his bare hands and caught a fish. The FAUGHTR Podcast. What is up, everybody? And welcome back to the FAUGHTR Podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired.
What are you tired about?
I stayed up last night.
Ooh, staying up. What were you guys doing? Partying? Partying. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? What was the pause?
Nothing. I thought you were gonna say something that I didn't want you to say.
Oh, I know what you thought I was gonna say. Should I say it anyway?
Nope. I mean, I guess, bro. But no.
Roblox.
No. Okay. Anyways, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. You know, it's like I want to say, this has been very interesting doing this, the podcasting, really getting ready to move to another level with this, as far as getting, our stuff out there and really kind of building something. It's been really interesting for me to kind of go through my own personal limitations of doing this. Because, you find out, actually, wait, before we do that, this actually ties in perfectly with the video I want to share first. So let's do that, and then we'll come back to what I was talking about. All right, let's take a look at this.
Nobody's ever came out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous or...
Wait, Lloyd Robertson has come out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous. He anchors the national news on CTV.
I'm just saying there hasn't been somebody to come out and be known worldwide.
Okay.
Do you agree in that point?
Well, it's hard to say because
I think Lloyd Robinson is known in a little town in Germany?
Probably not, because he anchors the national news in Canada. So you're saying you got international appeal. That's the point you're making?
So that is actually perfect. You know why that's perfect?
Why?
Because when you guys, you don't see it a lot, because this is like when you weren't even born or anything like that, right? So back then, people would always say things like that to kind of place subconsciously in your mind limitations about what's possible for you. And then even though, it's like, we know that's Justin Bieber.
Right.
And so even though, we went on to do other things, it's like, that's a lot of adult authoritative doubt that's placed in people's minds at a young age that kind of lives with you forever. And I kind of wanted to kind of talk to you about this stuff today, because it's like, as we move into this new thing, it's like, I'm finding that I am pushing through a lot of like stuff that's been placed in my mind over the years. Have you had anything like that in your life? In your short, young life?
I mean,
where you said I want to do something, people are like,
I wouldn't say by adults so much, but more like by other kids, I guess.
Like, what do you mean? Like, can you give me
like
examples?
I feel like the culture, I guess, nowadays is like, if you have like an ego is like framed as like a bad thing, and like like it's always like oh my gosh, she has such an ego, and it's like, well, sometimes you kind of need to have an ego, like a little bit, and like I feel like it's sort of like frowned upon to be like okay in yourself and confident, and I mean not okay, but like to be like confident in yourself and know like where you are. You know what I mean?
So how do you combat that, or propose other people combat that when they're coming up in life and maybe, they're around friends that are trying to put that on them to say, hey, don't be too confident in yourself. What do you do? Like, what do you do to kind of help them work through that? It's like, with Justin Bieber, it's like he was clearly had people around him at that time that were saying, look, you can do this. So what do you do if you feel like you don't have those people around, or you feel like you have to work through that yourself? Would you say?
I would say kind of just like block out the people who are like, or just be like, oh, okay. And like move on and keep your confidence. Cause I feel like a lot of the time, like, for example, there's this girl that who's at my dance studio, and she's like a great dancer. She's really beautiful, but I feel like she's always like undermining herself, like, and she's always, when someone asks her about her skills or something, or her whatever, she's always making it seem like she's less than she is. And I think that's like a result of that sort of like culture today.
It definitely is. It definitely is a result of that, because people are like always telling you to be humble.
Yeah, be humble. Sit down.
Sit down.
And like that's not to say like you should be
Right.
overzealous, but
Right.
like I feel like overzealous has become like confident. You know what I mean? Like
Right. You
yeah.
and the thing is, you have to be like you said, you can't be great or put yourself like, you know, in the position of where you guys want to go if you're constantly thinking, you know, how do I deflect or belittle my own accomplishments?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. And it goes with you to adulthood, and that's something you do not want to bring into adulthood with you. Like you want to be able to. I mean, I was looking back at my own life. We were talking about this the other day. The other day when I was looking back, and it's like I've kind of done some things. You know, I was like, because my childhood was so much spent on, be humble and don't stand out and whatever. Even at 51, I wasn't like, wait a minute. Like, I actually went to LA by myself and actually got a record deal. I actually toured with like Steve Miller and Government Mule. I actually was in Forbes magazine. I actually led a Broadway show. Like, these are not like things that people just go,
Right. Yeah.
you know, and there's more, but it's like, you have to, like, I think I wanted to show that to you because it's like, you don't want to start belittling your own accomplishments, because then even sometimes people around you will do that. Like you were saying.
Yeah.
And you need to know who you are all the time. You're like, I've done things that 99% of the people on this planet will not do.
Yeah.
And to toot my own horn, cannot do. And that's got to be okay with them and with me. It's like, hey, look,
Right.
I got receipts. Right?
Right.
So anyway, I wanted to show you this thing because people will try to do this also. People are still trying to do this with other people. What does this say right here? Look at this. What does that say right there?
Get a team of YouTubers in the big three and see how you do.
Who said that?
Nick Young.
Nick Young. He's a basketball player. So he's talking about basically saying the thing that they've been saying for a long time, which is like, YouTubers are not important. You know, it's like, we do this for real and blah, blah, blah. But why are we even talking about this? And that's not Nick Young on the cover. That's actually Austin Reeves. Why is that? Why are we talking about this right now, do you think?
I don't know, because
everyone's like, for the longest time, they've been trying to say streamers and YouTubers are not real. And why are we watching it? Do you know who that is right there? Did you know who that was before any of those people before I told you?
No.
Okay. Do you know who this is right here? Look at this video. I mean, it says on there, but
Yeah. Oh, dang.
look at that stadium, though. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? It's like all those people. I mean, obviously they came to see other people, but they also came to see
A lot of them probably came to see Speed.
I Show Speed.
Yeah.
And what was Speed doing like 4 to 5 years ago?
Just YouTube.
Sitting
streaming.
in his room, right?
Yeah.
Going, "Row, row, 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 row," right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many of and like because he was completely himself and did his own thing. It's like and believed in himself. You know how many people probably said, "Dude, you're doing too much."
Like everyone.
Probably everyone.
I mean, even his viewers are like, dude, what is he doing, bro? He's so
Calm
corny.
down. It's so corny. It's cringy. And I'm saying that because it's like, you guys, it's like, I think the next step in human growth or human evolution is people being confident in themselves. And unfortunately, or fortunately, going by yourself until you find the people that resonate with who you are and what you do. And that's hard. I think humans want connection. I was in a group a couple days ago and we were talking about, it's like, how people are in the world of AI and online stuff and everything. People are wanting to really connect with the human beings. Troy Horn here, you sports parent, and this little guy right here has been helping thousands of young athletes find their mental fortitude. And I wrote it for this little guy on the cover, which is my son. And we wrote it together. And I've been told that youngsters are loving it because it doesn't sound like, the normal adult talking to you, because I wrote it with that guy right there, just to make sure that the youngsters could enjoy it. The main thing is that they're finding their confidence, they're finding their mental fortitude, and even bigger than that, they're having fun playing. So if this sounds like something that could help you, I'll see you inside the book. Middle Touches for Young Athletes by Moses and Troy Horn. I'm Troy. That's Moses. And yeah.
Right.
Are you feeling that at all in your world?
Yeah.
You want to sit down and talk with people but I think in that search for that community, you have to be mindful of the community that you're around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, well, there's a person, so let's be in community with this person. And that's, you know what I mean?
Like, here's a person that I like, so I should join their community.
Or there's a person that's there. Mm-hmm. They're in the same room that I'm in, or they're in the same group or the same troop or team or whatever. Let's be friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I mean, sort of.
Well, what I'm saying is that you can be acquaintances.
Okay.
But as far as like going into a deep connection where we're friends and we're talking about our dreams and goals and aspirations, and it's like you have to be very selective in who you allow into that circle.
Yeah.
Because we're not all going in the same direction.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that's, maybe that's something you guys will do as kids, but I mean, I know as an adult, it's like I'm learning that it's like, look, we're not all going to the same place. And, not to be weird, but it's like I have less time to figure all the life stuff out than you do. Like you have more time, So with me, I have to be very selective. So I would say to you, as you're starting off, just have to be a part of your mindset. It's like, you're going to have some experiences where people are great and some people are, kind, but it's like you got to be selective in who you allow in your circle. What do you think about that?
Right. I mean, yeah, I agree. I feel like when you let when you let people into your circle who aren't going the same, or like right. When you ask them about their like dreams, they're like, well, I don't really know. I don't really want to think about that right now.
Yeah.
That can make you that, you know what I mean? Like
right.
The more you hang out with people who aren't inspired, you get less inspired, I think. Yeah.
And as an adult, it's like as a human, as an adult, as a human, it's hard to go, look, I've got to spend a few weeks by myself, maybe months, figuring out what I want to do, and then aligning with people that I see along the way. Because most people that you rise with are at your same level right now. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the people that you grow with, even?
Like, for instance, I was watching a clip, and maybe I'll find it, and put it on here. Mm-hmm. But Martin Lawrence, do you remember that Martin Lawrence show? You're too young for that. But there was him and Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold and like all these people that were in this show that was called Martin back in the 90s. It was like a big deal. Okay. When Martin went up to Tisha Campbell to ask her to play Gina, do you hear everything like Gina with Martin Lawrence? No? Okay.
I've not.
No worries. So when Martin went to approach her to play that role of Gina, which is like a pretty iconic role for, us that know who Martin is, she was doing another show. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I don't know if I can do it because I'm working over here. Mm-hmm. And then, so they were on the same level. Like she was like, I don't even know if I can do this. They're like seeing each other at a award show or something like that. Then he goes, you've got to be in the show. I think you're perfect for it. So he goes to her apartment because they're just they're not Martin and Tisha. They're just friends? Regular people.
Oh, okay.
And he had an opportunity. They're just regular, starting off ground level. It's like you going to, I don't know, hang out with Sawyer or something like that. It's like there's no like weird thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when he got there, guess who was her roommate?
Who?
Tashina Arnold, who played her friend Pam on the show. He didn't know that they were roommates.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's like so they all came up together. They were all on the same level and rose together. So that's the whole point of that whole thing. It's like you may have to begin your own journey and then find the people that are on that journey as you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play something else for you that I saw over here.
Okay.
Like this.
It would feel like a burial first. I thought that leveling up was supposed to feel like winning. Nah. It felt like losing everything I was comfortable with, because the next level doesn't just ask for your effort. It asks for your identity. The old you, that's the admission fee. And God will not let you carry who you were into where he's taking you. Nobody really posts about that.
Interesting, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, it's true. It's like every time you go to a new level of life, it's like you're going to have to let go of a lot of things that are with you, because it's just a different energy. It's a different place of being, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, think about like with Speed, right? How many times, like we talked about this before, how many times on this podcast, how many times do you see him going, you know, I'm out with all my guys?
I've never seen him. I mean, like, I've seen him with, like, what's his name?
His bodyguards and the other streamers.
The other streamers, yeah. But not like, I've never heard him talk about people who were there before.
My day ones.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's, and you have to notice that with all of them. It's like if you really pay attention to people, like I was watching a clip about The Rock today, and it's like, when's the last time I ever saw The Rock was like, you know, huddled up with 4 or 5 guys going, my boys. Never. Because as much, and this is for you as much as it is for me, it's like moving up to whatever next level you're going to is mostly a solo journey until you find the people that are resonating at your same wavelength.
Right.
So I know it's like, you know, like I want to end this with like a big happy thing, but I wanted to have that talk with you because it's like, I think a lot of kids are struggling with that, especially as we now go into sports season. Because I know a lot of kids are doing, you know, travel and competitions, what you guys are doing, and, you know, they're doing their tournaments and everyone's going out there and everyone's like, you know, trying to, you know, and the message is, you know, we've got to all come together and be a team. And I'm not saying that that's not a thing. I'm just saying plan it in your mind that when it's time to level up to whatever next level you want to go to, 9 times out of 10, you're going to go by yourself.
Right.
And you don't have to go. Like the guy said, you know, you don't have to go, but if you're going to go, if you're going to level up, this is, you know, something you do by yourself, and then you bring the people.
You get other people.
Get other people that are on that same level with you. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because you can do anything you put your mind to. Do you believe that?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because I'm going to show you something, because it's like this is what happened. Your brother, you don't remember this because obviously you weren't even born. But I remember, and I'm going to show you a video of this kid doing the exact same thing that shows the power of human mind and human ability. But I remember sitting out with him. We were like, I was doing the show in New York, and he was in the backyard at our place in New Jersey, and there were fireflies.
Oh, fireflies are like going extinct. I think they already did. Well,
they're not here, but they're mostly on the East Coast.
Yeah, but did you like they are even on the East Coast? They're kind of like dying because they're like being thrown off by the lights, because there are so many lights and so much light pollution now. So they're going to like the big lights, and the big lights are so strong that they can't find like other fireflies, so they aren't mating. Yeah. So sad.
It is sad.
Yeah.
It is sad. Yeah. Turn the lights off.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Turn the lights off.
Yeah.
No, but so he was in the backyard, and there were some fireflies, and I remember saying to him, or you know, go catch one with a stick, or go try to catch one with your hands, or whatever. This kid walks over with a stick. Yes, your brother Moses. And a firefly just lands on it. He walks over and he's like, look. Oh. Like this, kind of like this. Look at this. Like this one. Look at this video real quick.
Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. It's alive.
All right, you gotta go put him back. Okay? No. Yeah, it'll die.
Taylor, look at me.
Back.
Come here.
Is it alive?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Go put him back.
Like they said, what'd they say in that thing?
I bet him $5 he couldn't catch a fish.
Yeah. And the kid was like, okay. He wasn't like, oh my gosh, that's impossible. They're going to swim away. It's like, look how big the ocean is and look how big the water is. They're going to go to, it's too deep. He was like, what did he say in his mind?
He said, I'm going to go catch a fish.
Like, great. I'm going to go catch a fish. No limitations, no subconscious programming about how hard it is or how fast they are and how slow he is and none of that. So what were the results of that? He walked over with his bare hands and caught a fish. And I'm sharing that with you because like that's kind of where I hope that you don't ever forget, and that I hope that many of the adults remember. It's like we have that same power if we can get out of our own subconscious mind's way. Yeah. To walk over and do whatever it is that we want. That's why IShowSpeed can go from his parent, right, well that too, or from his mom's bedroom or mom's house where she's like, you're not going to do this or whatever, and him going like, I want to do this. He can go from that space to being in WrestleMania. Yeah. Because he's like, I really want to do this. And I'm going to do, do you think there were times when it was like pretty horrible? I want to talk about those times too, because people always talk about, look how great it was. He went from his bedroom to WrestleMania. Right. There were probably some times when it really was really hard. Yeah. And it really stunk. And he probably felt really defeated and very alone. And very like, what am I doing? This is not going to work. But if you keep going, right? Right. That's the magic. Wasn't that fun? Yeah. So we want to say to them before we let them go from this episode. We're going to say, make sure you like and subscribe and don't be limited. Don't be limited. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Right, bye.